not to be messy, but can you really call yourself a dark romance lover if you haven't read these books? I don't know. These are the books that need to be on your TBR. The Edge of Darkness trilogy will change your fucking life. Hayden Stacy's story will stick with me forever. You start with Insatiable and you're like, oh, this is a fun time. A little friends to enemies to lovers, and then the trauma bus comes. And it's gonna run you over 55 fucking times, probably more, but I promise you, you will make it out on the other side, and this will permanently alter your brain chemistry. You will compare almost every single dark romance series you read to this one. And then of course I have to follow that up with Psychotic Obsession. This is about Tobias, who is the father of Cade Mitchell. Please read this book after you read Edge of Darkness trilogy. I promise you it will not hit the same if you don't. This is the most I've probably ever cried reading a book. The trauma in this story might actually kill you because it did almost kill me. I was never the same when I finished this. The North Shore series is peak dark romance. I gave every book in the series 5 stars. I believe that there's something in here for everyone. These are interconnected standalones, but I still do recommend reading them in order. Lola's writing is some of my all-time favorites. She writes the best characters. The character growth in this series is fucking insane. There's so many good tropes in this series. You have enemies to lovers, good girl, bad boy, why choose, and forced marriage. This series is set in the North Shore where you have 2 rival gangs, and it is one of my favorite plots. It is so toxic and so messy and so fucking bingeable. The plot to Spice Balance in the Souls trilogy is immaculate. I feel like these books are so slept on. The thought that went into this story kind of blew my mind. This is a dark paranormal romance where all the MMCs are demons, one of my favorite things. And it's got like a creepy, eerie vibe about it, probably because the people in this town are in a cult and they are worshiping an evil god. I gave every book in the series 5 stars, and when I tell you they get better and fucking better, I mean it, because this book is a masterpiece. And the way that the story is woven through all 3 books with overlapping timelines is so interesting. If you, like me, love when books really fucking test your limits and push your boundaries, you are going to fucking eat up this series. There are times where it made me extremely fucking uncomfortable. I had to close both of these books and take a break. When I finished, I was like, what a fucking ride. And when I tell you, these 2 books have stuck with me so much. These still are some of the darkest books I've ever read, but if you're brave enough, I promise you, the story is so fucking worth it. When you get to the end of this book, it almost feels like a reward with what you're given. I'm not going to tell you because I think it's best to go into this story completely blind. And then you get to Darling Wildfire, and there's a character in this book who I'm not going to mention who it is, where you get their entire backstory. And this is one of those books that I didn't know I needed, but I absolutely did. Both of these books are 6-star reads for me. Take my hand, okay? Your dark romance fairy godmother is just trying to show you the way. I'll see you guys in part 2.